Okay guys, something a little bit different today. We're going to do some GTOWizard drills. I've just set up a pretty common scenario. I'm in the big blind versus the button, and I have 3-bet pre, and we're going to see the flop. So let's see how it goes. Okay, ace jack 3. I think we can just bet this pretty frequently. King turn, king of spades. I do probably check this turn more than I should, our position. So I think with this hand, and we don't always have to go small as well, I think we can just go big again. And although the flush is there, I think this hand just becomes a river jam. We'll see. Okay, absolutely screwed that one. So flop, we're meant to go big. Okay, that's not really a big deal. The EV's pretty similar. Turn's fine as well. And then we're meant to check river. Okay. So the rivers... I mean, look, the EVs are similar again. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the river is the more questionable decision. This is a board I tend to bet bigger, I think. We'll go for a check. And then we're on the verge of maybe bluffing this hand now. But I think Wizard would prefer a check again. And then probably a fold. Oh no. Went to call. Went to call. Okay. I mean, it's very low EV. To be honest, when the EV is this low, and you consider that Wizard bluffs a lot, then it probably is actually a fold in practice. But yeah, next hand. This is a board that it probably... most players will bet more than they should, in theory. So I know the Wizard will love checking this hand. And then calling. And then it'll just be a fold now. Yeah, Wizard loves checking kings on ace high, which does make sense, I guess. This is a board I will check. I think I'll either check or bet big with certain hands. We'll actually look at this board after. We'll go for a check again. Well, on this texture, I think that they like to check a lot of hands but bet like the more vulnerable overpairs, like 9s, 10s, jacks, and then like bluffs that kind of block them, like jack 10 suited, 10 9 suited, backdoor, front door, flush draw. Versus the small bet we call, and then we'll just check fold river, and we lose to 7s. Flop. They actually bet small, okay. So let's have a look at this spot. I'll be able to just change this. So if we go to... so this is on the flop. So a lot of checking or overbetting. Which, yeah, is just very confusing. But they do... So they're basically doing similar to what I said, but like overbetting rather than just big bet. So you can see like the jacks, 10s really like to bet more than even aces and kings. And then they'll throw in like jack 10, front door, back door, flush draw, jack 9, 10, 9. Just, it's like a lookalike principle. Your bluffs and your value will be similar. And then 5x likes to bet just for like protection, I guess. And yeah, but it's a similar principle on a lot of boards. It's like that. But yeah, anyway, let's go back to the drills. So let's move on. Like we're not actually aiming to get it 100% right. Like Wizard will do some things where maybe in practice it's better not to do that. On this board, I'll go big, and then. Often on a king, we can barrel a lot, but this king kind of brings in a lot of draws that are decent for button here. Queen, jack, and then also there's like pair plus draws. I think we want a bit more equity than this, so... And then, I guess we now bluff river, though. I guess we now bluff river, and probably all in. So flop is big bet, yeah. Turn they check, and the river, yeah, we definitely bet, but it's like they prefer small, which I guess makes sense because we might do that with like ace 10 we'll actually see what hands. Let's go to the river. So this is the river. It's mainly small bet, like 30%, and yeah, ace 10 actually mainly checks. Okay, but it's just like the king X will go small. As for turn, it's mainly small bet or check as the big blind after betting big on flop. And 5-4 does give up. Okay, anyway, back to the draws. This is a board again, probably over c-bet in general, myself included. But this hand looks good to bet, and then we'll just go for a large bet on the turn and jam river here. And we get coolered by Wizard. How brutal's that? But yeah, like on the flop they don't mind betting small, betting big, but then the rest of the hand's pretty standard. Jack 4. We could bet this hand. I think it's kind of like okay, but I probably will just check this time. And then now we turn a 6, which is pretty decent. We'll check again. And then the king river will check again. And then we probably just have to flick this in. And we lose to the king. Flop, they just... yeah, they bet a little bit, okay. Because, like, if a 5 turns or an 8 turns, a 3, you have a bit of equity, I guess. And then river... oh, it's actually a 0 EV call, okay. Here, mainly big bet, but on a 99, I'll go for a check. And then the 7 turn, go for a big bet now. It might actually be an over bet. And then that's probably one of the worst rivers in the deck, I'd say. And it just seems like a pretty straightforward fold. They had the 8s. Flop, okay, they never check flop with this hand. Let's have a look at that. So, on the flop, as big blind, it's just a range bet. Okay. And either for a small size or a big size. So it's just a range bet pretty much. Okay. Okay, cool. I just thought they threw in like the odd like check raise, but guess not. Here we'll go for a check. And a call. Maybe we have 5-4 of hearts. This would be a decent check raise. Check. And fold. Flop. They actually bet quite a lot. Okay, that's interesting. And then, yeah, the check raise is actually pretty common even with this combo. Okay, interesting stuff. I think this hand I do like betting. Then probably check this turn, I think. If it's like a more innocuous heart than barrel, quite often on these queen high boards, ace king will be like a pretty common bluff. Then I'm probably happy to just check this down now and fold. So flop is okay, mainly checking though. Turn check. Then river we're meant to pot it. Okay. This is pretty mad. We'll go small bet here. And then the jack is pretty good for them. So I'm going to check. But calling. And then that's the nightmare river. So flop is fine. Turn we can check or small bet. We call turn. We're meant to call river, but it's like 0 EV. And if solver is 0 EV, then against human beings it's going to be losing, so happy to fold. This is a hand with decent backdoors, so we'll go big bet. And then, to be honest, I think this is a decent 1-2 bluff. Just sizing, like, The problem is when you're playing some of the sizes they use, like you basically end up like putting in most of your stack. So if I was deeper, I think this is actually a pretty good one to barrel on the turn. You know what, let's just do it anyway. Yeah, I think this is a good one to barrel on the turn because having the jack and the 4 blocks potential rivered straights. So like if a queen hits, we block king jack, jack 8. If a 7 hits, we block jack 8. Queen jack. If an 8 hits, then if the 4 hits, if the ace hits, sorry, we block 4 5. 5 hits, we block. We don't have 4 6, but we have ace 4. So it's kind of like, although you don't have actual equity, you block potential rivered hands. And they seem to like it. So flop is good, and then yeah, they literally just like this size on the turn. And it kind of looks pretty strong, right? Because you look like you're committing yourself. But if they did jam, I'd obviously fold. Let's have a look actually. See. So we're just gonna look at the turn. So this is after betting big on the flop. On the turn, we actually bet most of our range. If you look at that, like only 12-13% is checking. And you have you basically split between all the sizes, mainly bigger bets. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. You have a lot of these like draws. Let's just say we jam. What's button meant to do? So the button's meant to call a lot, half the time, which I don't think is going to happen in real life. They're meant to call ace queen of hearts half the time. Like, I don't think that's happening. Like every 9x. Yeah, I think that you can probably just jam range then, to be honest, because people aren't going to be calling anywhere near this. Ace king is meant to call pure. But ace king, I don't think people will have it pre that much anyway. So let's do a couple more hands. Sorry. Couple more hands. Okay, we have top set here. Gonna check it. And then gonna actually check again. And then we'll actually call this time. Not the best river. And then we just have to call off. Okay. So flop check is fine. Turn check is good actually once we check flop. And then just calling. Okay, cool. Yeah. Sweet. So they like that one. Yeah, we just block a lot of... Even though you kind of want to start getting value by raising, we just block so many hands that can call us. It is a drawy board. I don't think check raising turn's the worst play, but we do block like quite a lot of like hands that can call. So let's just do like a couple more hands. Gonna check this one. And then on the 10, I think we start going large. I wonder if they like overbet. I think we'll try it. Yeah, they don't mind it. Yeah, it's actually the most commonly used size. Okay. Okay, cool. 994. This is a good hand to bet because of the 2 overs, backdoors, and like no showdown. So we'll go big here. Then we'll give up on this turn. If this was a diamond, I might barrel. Just using the suits in my hand to kind of judge whether I want to barrel or not. But with this hand, just easy give up, I think. And yeah, they don't mind that at all. One more. Yeah, one more. Ace King 5, just gonna range bet. I'm not sure if Solve actually likes that. And then this hand, I think it's just a bit too good to bluff. Well, we probably just have to fold. They don't mind turn. Flop, yeah, they do a lot of checking. It's fine to do that, but like, if you want to simplify your strategy and just have boards that you bet range on, even in our position, I don't think that's a bad thing. It's better to execute that effectively than like complicate things. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoy this one, guys. If you enjoy like this sort of content, like doing a bit of studying, then let me know and I'll do more of it in the future. Right, cheers.